All right, guys, welcome to the Max. We are actually trying to beat the sunset because we're actually late starting our project today. But you see, we have got a whole box of more temporary fencing. We're fixing to forest our cows. Now, how crazy is that? You always want to have nice pastures, lush pastures. You see, we got the sheep pasture that was here. I told you we're changing the sheep mentality, saying they're going to be our grass cutters and put them in areas that really nothing else can go in because we can move them. They're great rotation. They don't really mess up anything. So we like to keep them in just rotations around the pond now, around areas that we just can't literally get any other animal in. That's the benefit of the sheep. So all their pastures have now become cattle pastures. Well, we've got about 1.5 acres worth of good quality pasture here. But then we have all these woods that's got everything in it. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a little crooked, guys. Hold on. I'm sorry, there we go. So we've got this area that's got tons and tons and tons of undergrowth under this forest. So we're gonna let the cows just forage in there a little bit. They love eating the bottom of little hardwoods. They love just kind of eating some of the ivy and stuff growing on the ground. So we're gonna see how they do in this pasture. So let's get some fence built. All right, so fence is ready. We're actually taking them. It's from the initial sheep field, which is what we had for the sheep, to where the pig and sheep typically are. So, you know, we've changed our game plan because remember, what does our farm really focus around? It's these cattle. The cattle is our asset of our farm. The sheep are supplemental. The pigs are supplemental. All they're doing is making new places for cattle to go. You see, they're ready to move. So we're going to a silvopasture. How you doing? So we're going to the silvopasture area that we've got cleared out by the pigs and by the sheep, and now they're going to be able to have that 1.5 acres, 2 acres worth of grass plus under the tree. So we're going to leave them there for about 3 days, see if they'll do good there. We're always trying to learn what's best for our cattle, and they should be pretty easy because they've ate this paddock down. You say eating this paddock down, it's still got grass. It still looks good. It's still green as can be. That's how you want to leave your grass. You want them to hit it, graze it, and get on. Because ultimately, that grass over there, that's over 8 inches tall, that was just grazed 7 to 10 days ago. Well, excuse me, 14 days ago. I'm sorry, 2 weeks. It's ready to be grazed again. We're not going to graze it yet. We're going to give it another 2 weeks probably. So 28 to 30 days later, we're grazing it again. It is prime looking at that point. It's already good looking. It's gonna be prime when we come back in 2 weeks. You didn't tell me I had junk on my eyes, y'all. I've got gray junk all over my hands from pulling that wire. So I had like this big mark, like I don't know, like I'm a dirty scum. I am pretty dirty and sweaty right now. Come on, yip, 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 yip. Come on, yip, 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 yip. Come on, yip, 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 yip. I'm doing this with no bucket, guys, because I forgot their bucket, and I'm not going 20 acres that way to get it. Hey, 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 hey. So we've got them in the forest. They're skipping over all this big grass to go into the forest here. So silvopasture is the way to go. They're eating some grass in there. They're eating some hedge in there. Just a little bit of everything. I honestly believe this is just the Colby talking. Now, this is no professional guidance by any means. But the more variety and the more forage you give them, from just natural grass to leaves to other clovers to crabgrass to orchard or whatever your pasture's growing, oats, wheat. I mean, we try to grow as much as we can. You're giving them a different palate, a different grass, and I do think that's better for their health. I think they're going to get different proteins, different fiber, different all this and that, different minerals, different nutrients from all grasses. So by giving them this Silvopasture, they're getting something they have not got pretty much any time in all the other pasture rotations already for spring and summer. And our cows love eating oak leaves. Our cows love grazing underneath this. So why not utilize it? The pigs have their new forest over here. The sheep are actually behind the pond over there. And we'll show you them because we're going to be moving them even deeper on the other side of the horseshoe, areas that we have never grown before and areas that we have never put animals. We're utilizing our farm.
How strong are you?
5.
I thought you were 3.
5. I'm coming to the gate.
Are you?
3. 5.
You 5 strong?
Not 5. Let it move down, Dada.
So we got the cows in and we're fixing to move the sheep, but they're way back here in these woods and just eating. It's amazing. Look at this grass. They've got this grass, which is probably a good 6 to 8 inches tall of ice cream grass, and got some mature grass in there too, but great quality grass for them to graze on. And they're in the woods eating underneath. I was trying to call them up, see if we can see them. I just called them and they started moving. So I'm excited to try this out. Hope the calves do good in here. Make sure no snake or nothing bites them, but they're with their mamas and I think they'll be okay. But they're way down in here. I see one of them flapping the tail right there. New area, it excites me. I don't know if you can tell it excites me to utilize our land different and change it up, because we don't know everything. We're not wise as can be. The point of understanding our farm is to learn to grow with it, learn with it, and gain wisdom as it teaches you new things, because these animals are smarter than we give them credit for. Way smarter than we give them credit for. I mean, just like this. It's late. I'm not gonna be able to put the sheep where I want them. However, I had this one little strip. You see it where Hattie Mae's standing. Look, it's where the cows were. So I've got about, I don't know. I mean, two fence worths of grass that the sheep can eat for the next 2 days while I get that one ready, because it's just too dark to get all the waters moved and then move safely, because we're going to be walking through the forest to get there to the other side of the pond, which is scary because Harley just saw an alligator right there at the edge of the pond. So I don't want to do that, trying to do that at 7:30 at night. Why don't we utilize what we've got? So we've got this little piece. It's a quick fix for the evening and also really for the next 2 days. The sheep will graze all this. It goes all the way back in there, all the way back in here, all the way there. And it's fresh green grass that we're not wasting, we're not cutting. We couldn't use it for the cows because the nets wouldn't rotate around just for a little bit for cows, because they could eat it in a day, or really 4 hours. So again, utilize your land. I mean, look at what the cows have to come back to. This is still got 2 more weeks of rest, and look how thick this is, y'all. Look at that. That's already right there to my boot. And look at this. Out of all those ends, 5 of the 6 are ready to graze again. So think of what that looked like in 2 weeks. Chilling in the grass, girl. Look at this. I mean, all capped off type. I mean, look at that, all tipped off. Grass looks phenomenal. It's perfect for grazing. Look at this. I mean, just deep grass. So they'll be able to hang here for the next day or so, and that way we can build this paddock way back here for them. Come on, guys. Yip. Come on, sheep. Sheep. Come on.